Hi, Scott Orlin with Cinema-Magazin. The new film coming your way is called The Half of It, and I'm here with the three stars, Leah Lewis, Alexxis Lemire, and Daniel Diemer. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. Watching this, I kept thinking to myself, I'm so happy I'm not in high school anymore. Talk a little bit about the relatability factor that each of you had about dating. How difficult is it to tell somebody, I like you?
I mean, first of all, Scott, I feel the same way about high school. Looking back, some of those can be the most cringe years of your life. But also, I think it's really beautiful that we're telling a high school story. It's something that everyone can relate to. And, you know, when I was in high school, I did have a bit more dating experience than Ellie. But similarly to Ellie, it was all very, very brand new for me. I mean, love for the first time is such an overwhelm of different emotions. And I remember also in high school kind of being like, oh, what do I do with all of this, you know?
But it had to be probably one of the most awkward first dates I've ever seen with the two of you at the diner. It was like, oh my God. It's like, communicate.
It's such a funny scene. I just remember Daniel and I were talking about it before we even started the scene, and we kind of didn't even want to really go over it or read through it. We kind of just wanted to see how the energy was and see where it took us, and really just kind of be Aster, thinking that it's Ellie, and him just being himself, being Paul, who Aster really truly doesn't know. But that was such a fun scene to shoot. What do you think, Daniel?
Oh, 100%. It was, like I've said to these girls before, it was one of my favorite scenes of the shoot. I think we had a great time with that. But I think, like you said, too, it's just like there is this awkwardness to asking out somebody for the first time always. And I think especially when you're in high school, when at least for me, my confidence was not at its peak, and I didn't have very much experience with that. And like with all new things, there's questions. Yeah. And so to be able to try to put that to screen was a very fun and also a really cool thing to go back to.
But man, he was so funny. He was so good at making me kind of look at him and be like, what are you talking about? But at the same time be like, wow, you're so endearing.
Yeah.
But Daniel, like you said about the confidence that somebody has, especially in the teenage years. So how many times we've turned to somebody that we know, whether it's a friend or a family member, go, help me out. And as this story goes, she has to write these letters for you. So if you could each kind of reveal, have you ever asked somebody to step in and help you secure a date?
I mean, I wish I had. I messed up quite a few asking date requests and asking girls out, and it never went very smoothly. So I should have learned a lot from Paul. I think he's very brave in his just forwardness to ask Ellie for help and then to go after it.
In ways, I did not write letters to my crushes in high school, but I definitely always relied on my girlfriends heavily to give me tips on how to literally just be noticed by my crushes. Like, they would always be like the basketball star, and I'd be like, how do I even get him to like breathe the same air I'm breathing? Like,
Now, I remember in middle school, I'd ask my friends, or I remember guys would ask their friends to ask me out for them. And it's just such a funny thing when you look back on it. You're like, wow. I mean, it's just so wild to see too, you know, the differences from going from middle school to high school to even dating now, where you're just like, wow, it's so different.
And I love too, even the whole concept of the talent show, because everybody's got a unique skill set, but sometimes we're not offered the opportunity to showcase it. Mm-hmm. So I was just wondering, if we were to put pressure on you now and say, okay, we're having a Zoom talent show, what would be the one thing you think you could step up and feel confident in showcasing?
Scott, don't ask me to do this, but I would totally sing.
Mm.
That's it.
Song?
Yes, I would sing. Oh, which song?
Yeah.
I would probably sing Summertime from Porgy and Bess. Like, I have literally been loving that song since I was a kid, and every time I would want to sing in public, that would be the song of choice.
Alexxis?
I'd actually probably sing too. That's actually something I do that no one really knows that I do. Only kind of like my close friends know that I sing, because it's more of like a hobby of mine. But yeah, I'd probably be able to kind of confidently sing. I mean, more so than anything else I'd be able to do on stage.
Daniel, you making it a trio?
I mean, I can't sing to save my life, so I think that one I'll stay out of. But I'd love to listen to them. I think if I was on stage, I mean, my growing up years were very much in the athletic field, but which not so good for a talent show, but I guess I do like to write poetry, so I'd probably read some poetry up on stage.
Hey, you scored a touchdown. That's a good thing. Guys, congratulations. Really enjoyed the film. Thank you. Welcome to the new surreal world, the new normal. But the best of it. And this is Scott Orlin. Till next time.
Thank you,
Thanks
Scott.
so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.